Welcome, everybody, to another exciting episode of Acronymic Adventures, the Guild campaign. I am your host, DM Chaos, and we are getting ready to do another one of our solo one-shots with some additional players, because that's what one-shots are for, is to bring in our friends from other places. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. If it is not your first time joining us, welcome back. If you are the player who is not here today, make sure to get the milk. But everybody else, if you would like to catch up on our past episodes, those should be all available on our YouTube channel, as well as the episodes from our sister campaign, which runs on Tuesdays, which is the Tales of Telos Steam Age, which is run by DM Order. Or today he is playing somebody else. Normally he plays Ali in this campaign. But well, this events of today are going on. Ollie is having his own emotional crisis. So yeah, we'll check in with him later in another episode. But for everybody else, welcome. And who would like to give us a recap of what happened last week? Let's let the dice of order decide. Raceland, it is your week. You get the chance to earn that extra inspiration.
Okay.
So excited.
So what happened last week?
So it was Boudica's senior exam with the Thieves Guild. She was given orders through Trowlin's alter ego Jason, an order from the Thieves Guild to basically get into this eco-terrorist group, take out the leader and steal their plans without anyone knowing that it was Boudica who did all of that. When Boudica's supposed to meet at the mansion separately, and on their way ends up getting like kidnapped by this giant bird that's going to eat her. But she manages to use a newfound spell to speak to the bird, give it a name. I believe the name was Vega. And after like gaining an identity and everything, the bird decided it liked her. And so it dropped her off in a village very close to the mansion. So she gets over there and she meets Trowlin, discovers that it's actually originally Jason and that it's a changeling. Brings her into the mansion. They meet Fluffy first, which is an elemental cat who apparently owns the mansion. They also meet Gnome Rockwood, who's a guard, who's kind of a stiff guy. And then Colin, who is this sort of interesting mushroom creature who really liked to get stoned off of like pieces of himself. And then the leader was Umnar Hate. Umnar wanted to test Boudica to make sure that she was like worthy of joining the group. The first thing was to have her like say something that was like a deep dark secret so they could use it against her. And she talked about how she had seen someone like do a theft at this church and she had like just let it happen. And then she had to prove her cunningness and she used a sneezing bomb. I believe it was on Gnome Rockwood. After he was accepted in, Colin made sure to get her high right away. Cast Fog Cloud, got everybody super high. And then 94 days went by of them having a good time like this until Umnar decides to start focusing on their task. During that, Umnar brings Boudica down to the basement and shows like all the missiles and the plans and everything that's going on there. And kind of has this like weird mental breakdown and starts talking to his imaginary friends, which are essentially like his actual friends, but in his head. And during this time, Boudica ends up talking to Fluffy and uses, because they don't speak the same language, uses comprehend languages to talk to Fluffy. Turns out Fluffy used to be a human and owns his house and is just very into like the chill vibes that were there before Umnar started trying to be a terrorist. So he's basically decided to give consent to allowing Umnar to die and help take the plans, because if all that goes away, then it'll just be Callan getting stoned, which he thinks is a good time. She uses poison to kill Umnar, and Fluffy steals the plans for him. And once Umnar is killed, Trowlin uses the changeling powers to shapeshift into Umnar and like takes over that role.
Awesome. Does anybody have anything they would like to add, subtract, multiply, or divide? If not, let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. I will finish it myself since none of y'all finished it.
We finished in our hearts.
All right. So, Raceland, you are sitting in the you're sitting in Orc House getting ready to go. You've turned in your paperwork as to what you're going to be doing for your quest. You were told it's ambitious, but it was still approved. And you, well, roll a history check. Actually, roll a religion check for me. I'll give you advantage because you would have had researched this.
Don't know it.
Damn.
Hey, you know it's gonna be one of those nights. You know that the what's called her her choosing Fall Cavardi's choosing will be very soon. When she selects the creatures, that will be the next enhanced blessed creatures for the Great Hunt. You're kind of waiting for that to happen so you know what area to go to. You do know, though, that once the hunt starts, timing-wise, you'll actually only have about 4 months because just it won't start at the beginning of the semester. You have to wait a couple months for it to start. Do you do anything to try to get an edge as to where you think the creatures might show up, or are you just gonna wait for it to happen?
Yeah, if Raceland had a couple of months to prepare, he would probably look into the history of the Great Hunt for the last couple decades and see if he can find a pattern on where it might arrive, along with what type of beasts tend to show up, so he can get more information on like things that he might want to bring with him.
Okay. Yeah, I will say, I'm not going to make a roll for this. You will know that there's normally a theme. Every year she picks a theme. Sometimes it's regional. Sometimes it's like 1 year it was all predators. 1 year it was all rodents. One year it was all bugs, and that was a disaster because the giant golden locust almost wiped out half the crops in all of Heptagonia.
Sounds like a nightmare.
It was one giant locust, but it was about 40 feet long and had the appetite to go with it.
Jesus.
So there's normally a theme. Roll a survival check to see if you can predict what you think a good theme might be. 27. Okay. You have narrowed it down to two things based on the patterns you've put together looking back for the last 50 years. You think either A, it's going to be regional, or B, it's going to be one of her crazy obscure themes. And if it's regional, the next one that's due is the jungles of your homeland.
Oh, okay.
But
if he deduced that, he'd probably want to get like on top of his cloak of elvenkind, he'd probably get sort of like a ghillie suit to put on top of it.
Okay.
And he would get obviously set up like a survival pack, and he would get a bunch of different like herbs and nuances and things that he could rub to like reduce his smell.
Okay.
Within that region.
I'm going to say you can do that, planning for that. I will say you think the other one, if she does an obscure theme, is going to be something just totally off the wall. And you have no way to predict what that's going to be.
Yeah. And then, of course, probably the biggest thing that he would practice would just be his shooting. He'd be using a bow a lot.
Yeah. So, about a week before the event happens, where the choosing happens and the golden beams of light come down from the sky, you're sitting in Orc House packing your bags. You've been out practicing all day. You're just going over your inventory list. And suddenly somebody kicks the door in and comes walking in.
Do I notice this?
Yeah, because you're sitting, well, about where you are right now. And somebody kicks the door in.
They kick the door in. Okay.
Yep. And
I would probably draw my knife.
And what kind of entrance do you make?
What am I there for?
There?
You are there because you have heard through the grapevine that an academy student is doing this, and you think it's going to be a great story, so you want to go along with him.
Well, hey, friend. You Raceland?
Hi, what's it to you?
The man, the myth, the legend. Well, I came by to follow you around on your hunt.
You're telling me you want to come around and make a bunch of noise while I'm trying to hunt beast?
Hell yeah, brother. It's gonna make a good song.
I'm not sure
I'll be quiet while you're sneaking, though. Don't you worry, my friend. Don't you worry.
As long as you're quiet when you need to be quiet. I suppose it wouldn't be such a problem. Maybe we could have a drink after the hunt is over.
I like your style.
And I think I might like yours. You're a flashy fella, aren't you?
Try to be.
Well, if you're such a good singer, why don't you play me a song? We'll see how good you are.
Roll a performance check.
Boom.
Raceland, you are impressed.
By Fort Covarti's grace, I can't believe how good of a player you are. You really are going to be welcome along with me. And we'll have to get that drink. I bet we'll get it for free with your skills. That we will.
Hell yeah.
About that same time, you hear a knock on the door.
Knock
It-
on the door,
A polite, gentle knock.
like on the floor. When he kicked it, did it literally come off the hinges or is it just open now?
He just kicked it. Like
no, I got a 10 strength.
you can tell it was for dramatic effect. After looking at it, you can see that he opened the door just enough so that it was open, and then kicked
then
it
he
open
kicked it
for the
open.
entrance. Yeah.
Okay. And who happens to be now this time?
There is this dark, brooding elf lady standing there, and do you want to introduce yourself?
Yep.
And just so you know, you were there because you were also going to go along as part of the chaperones to make sure the rules are done properly as your position. As a cleric.
Gotcha. She walks forward, looking around the building of work house, having heard lots of different stories about it, and having some questions, but still moves forward with a lithe grace, beholden of elven kind. And she speaks in Elvish as she sees you, Raceland, and greets you. She says, Namare, which you know as be well, a greeting in Elvish. Are you Raceland?
Rayson looks her up and down and nods. In I guess in Elvish. Aye, Rayson I be. Rayson Mara Oakwood.
I see you, Raceland Mara Oakwood. I am Iris, cleric of Falcavarti.
Aye, I see as well. And what can I do for you, Miss Iris?
I am to be a chaperone, to make sure that the rules of the hunt are followed accordingly to tradition. And this whole time she's speaking Elvish, so I'm not sure if the birdfolk bard understands, but she's just like focused on Elvish talk with Raceland. And she continues. Just wanted
Well,
to make sure.
what's a party without a chaperone?
Indeed. Well, are you prepared to leave?
I've been preparing for a while. I'm feeling pretty good about it.
We must be on our way. Should you wish to visit the Temple of Falcavarti before we depart, I think that would be appropriate.
Rayson thinks it over. The temple to folk of Archie is in me heart and in the jungle. But if it'll appease you, I'd be happy to go and give me graces there as well.
She nods.
DM pauses while it creates temple to Falcavardi. All right, you guys head off. Iris, you would also know that you have to pick up a couple other people along the way because you were responsible for more than one hunter this year.
All right. If you wish to see some of the other competitors, you can join me. Raceland, Mara, Oakwood.
He puts his hood up and his scarf over his mouth. Still, like, feeling a little bit bashful once in a while. I'm not a fan of new people. And I'm getting a feeling I'm getting a whole lot more new people than I'd like to be bargaining for. But if you'll be picking them up anyways, I feel like I should be following you.
Sounds exciting. It's a good way to get your name out there.
Iris, you would also know that the people you're supposed to pick up, you are told they're going to be at the temple, even if they don't know that yet.
Gotcha. So she'll make a loop around to pick up the others, but if they're not there, then meet them at the temple.
They will be waiting at the temple. All right, so you guys arrive at the temple. Iris, you are impatient, but eventually another individual shows up. All right, can you guys see the temple map?
Yeah.
Yep.
And a bracelet roll a perception check. You see a dog with a backpack come running up on all fours, and then all of a sudden it stops and stands up.
It stands up, like onto its hind legs, or it like stands up, shape shifting into like a humanoid.
Nope, onto its hind legs.
Under its hind legs. Okay. Well, what
Oh.
peculiar manner of beast is this?
Hello there.
It speaks English or common. I mean,
It's
common,
speaking.
of course.
It's speaking in Elven.
It's speaking in Elven.
Hello there.
Well, I should know that. It's my natural language. It's nice to meet you. You're quite nimble, aren't you, for what you are? The name's Raceland.
Well then.
What name be you?
Oh, I'm Max. Pleasure to meet you.
Max, you say. And how do you speak such well common?
Well, I was taught by my former master, I guess you would call them. Formerly, familiar, once familiar, now awakened, and on my own four legs as they were.
More like two.
One does have to have draw. Just pats the longbow slung across.
Racing
just
like
kind of
nods
like-
in acknowledgement at the bow.
Whenever he runs, it jiggles just a little bit from side to side.
Nice piece of equipment you got there.
Thank you. It's my pride and joy. Just tries very, very hard to do like a heroic, like a Superman pose, and doesn't quite nail it.
Well done all the same. So are you here to appease the fool Kavarti god as well?
I had tell Iris, you're looking to go hunting?
Namare, Max. Yes. By Falcavarti's will, we will be off soon.
What?
Aye, what the last said, so she did.
About that same time, another individual comes lumbering up behind you, and they realize they're the last ones here.
Oh, I did it again. Gah. Hey, you see the bows and the people and that one, the shrine. I'm Kilo, I'm a hunter. Hi.
Nice to meet you, Kalo.
Hello,
God.
Kilo.
It talks.
Is Kalo speaking common or elvish?
Common.
Common. Okay.
Yeah, I would probably say, like, he definitely has been there for about 5 minutes and is just like, I don't know if these are the people I'm supposed to meet, because he does not understand a word you're saying.
Yep.
I was gonna
I know.
ask, do you understand Elvish?
Not at all.
Okay,
Neither does New Wing.
Okay, it is the
New Wing's the
only
thing.
language that Max speaks.
That's a big-
Max,
Hold on.
Max only speaks Elvish.
Sure.
I forgot about that. Yeah, that.
Yeah, it's
Awakened
the only
animals
language I know,
only learn
sir.
one language, so
Yeah, I know the language of my former master.
right.
My bar's just over here like, man, this song's gonna suck if I don't know what anybody's saying.
I
So-
brought these magic earrings that make us understand Elvish.
Iris will speak in common. Well met, Kalo. I'm glad you can make the hunt then.
I'll make every hunt successful.
Excellent.
He kind of glowers at everyone around, and then looks at the dog and gets a little wigged out a bit and moves closer to Newing.
In all this, he looks at Max and Racing goes, "He's just saying he's good at hunting is all."
DM, as an actual beast, can I invert speak with animals to be speak with humanoids?
I will say yes.
And
I
just
will
make
say-
my language universal while I have it up.
Yes.
And so I will just cast that and go, "Oh, I am so sorry. You don't understand me."
No. All right. You're cuter
Oh,
now.
Speaks even more languages. It's quite impressive.
I am still actually speaking in Elvish. I can just use magic to manipulate my voice so that you can understand me for about an hour.
Ah,
Magic wielding
Good spell
pup.
to know.
You truly are a good boy.
I do my best. Thank you. And just ear to ear, just like tongue out, like full on smile, and totally unaware that he's doing it. Just
Does
He's a good
Max's
boy.
does Max's tail wag when he's called a good boy?
100%. Like it's he has no deception. This boy's tail goes everywhere.
Yeah. Kayla would definitely reach forward and just pat Max on the head unintentionally while you're standing on hind legs.
It's a good boy.
I'm not against this, but
Oh,
I
sorry.
am. I just sometimes ask dogs first. But you're all right. I like you.
If you need a ride at any point, just ask. Stronger than I look.
Max tail just starts going again. Yeah, that sounds. That sounds delightful. Sometime.
You look plenty
You
strong
race
to
them.
me. A big
I like
strapping
you.
fellow, aren't you?
If you could see a bear blush,
Ooh.
Hello just kind of like slightly like turns his head, and you see like his ears go back a little bit, and just looks away.
Right, nothing of that. Ice, what are we doing?
Well, I do believe we have everyone accounted for. If all of you wish to make your final prayers before the hunt begins, you may do so.
Everybody roll a religion check.
I swear Raceland does believe in the gods.
Hello
Just
looks over,
in
goes.
with you.
Hello looks over at the shrine and goes,
Crisscross applesauce. Give a dog a bone.
and just turns around and walks off.
Raceland goes up and like slits the throat of a bird and pours the blood on it. And then nods and walks away.
Newing kind of just scratches his neck. He's like, I think let's get going.
Max. What does Max do to pray?
He's just kind of he starts, he tries to get down on then he just get down on all fours, and he's just it's not too much longer before he's just sniffing the ground and just kind of going, just acquainting himself with the place, and then realizes he was supposed to be praying.
Perfect. Iris, also roll religion check just to see how you respond to what you just witnessed.
All right, there we go. Would I get advantage just because I'm a cleric in their temple?
No,
Okay.
because this is a response.
21.
You're
Oh.
shocked and appalled and are currently wondering how you got stuck with the rookie class this year and just are not impressed.
Hello high fives a sacred statue as he walks by it.
Her ears twitch.
Make a athletics check.
Oh no. Oh no.
You high five the statue,
Oh,
and it's the
no.
whole thing just spins.
I thought he was gonna break the arm or something.
No, in that
Lucky.
one he would have ripped it off.
Oh, and now.
A nat 20, he spins it all around.
Perfect.
Oh, it does that like high five and then slap on the back of the head on the way around. I love this statue.
Just keep walking.
Although-
Falcavarti, they have passion. Falcavarti, they have passion. Falcavarti, they have passion.
I don't think that was supposed to do that, but
As
It's fine.
Falcavarti is the goddess of passion, so she's just hoping that is a saving grace.
Iris, you get a message in your head from Falcavarti going, yes, you have an interesting group, and somebody wants to come play with them. He will be outside.
She will escort the group outside to.
Does she tell us this, or does she like keep it to herself?
She keeps it to herself.
Okay.
And you guys walk outside, and there is a flame horse standing out front.
Flame
Carlo
horse.
instantly reaches for his bow and starts readying a shot.
I heard a song about this one
Raceland
once.
bows to it, and then grabs, like, doesn't pull away the bow, but like pulls the bow down. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh, oh, I don't know. I want it.
And then continues to bow.
It
Smells
seems the
funny.
Flame Rider has sent one of her trusted steeds. Hail, Cinderstrike. Go.
Her personal trusted steed.
Mm-hmm.
Should I roll another religion check to see if Kelo even knows what this is?
Yes, the three hunters can roll a religion check, and the bard. You can roll a history if you want, bard. Everybody else has to roll religion.
Wouldn't people in the guild kind of know about this though? Because it's like the symbol of Fukuari.
You would think so, but we'll see
Fair
where
enough.
you roll.
Okay, fair enough. See if I metagamed on accident. Yeah.
You're all like, cool, fire horse.
I mean, Raisin, you're used to seeing this kind of thing, right? I think you've got this. Why don't you have an inspiration?
Okay,
Roll
Rayson,
yourself a D8.
you can keep your okay, there you go. All right, with a 13, you at least recognize, yes, and based on what you said, that is Cinderstride. That is Valcavardi's horse, and is also a god in and of itself. Are nightmares undead?
I think they're fiends.
Reminds me of
They're
Magic the
fiends,
Gathering. Name.
yeah.
no, actually, yeah, they're not. Yeah.
Hmm.
So I don't know a thing.
Is it doing anything, or is it just staring at us?
It's
ominously?
standing there looking at all of you. Although you were the first one to bow to it. So what does Cinderstride do?
You just get and some flames kind of shoot out of their nose.
Do you guys try to pet Cinderstride or anything like that? I just need to know what's happening here.
Oh,
Does
I
Raceland
I play
inform
Ghost
anyone
Rider.
what's happening?
Yeah, I bow to it. I see the bow, pull it down, yelling, "What the fuck are you doing? That's Fukuari's symbol. It's a god in itself. Give it respect."
Kilo just drops the bow completely to the ground. It just
oh,
drops my head.
a deity. Oops. Bax has been like absolutely trying to not breathe in any of the smoke coming off of the horse, and just now bows down.
They just toss their mane and kind of turn around. The equivalent of a horse rolling its eyes at you and just sort of like clip-clopping off 20 feet away. Like, are you coming?
All right, I'll be
Let us be off.
escort.
Yeah, I guess I'll follow him. I'm trying to think if I would have anything that flaming horses would want to eat. I've got a lot of herbs, but I don't know if I know what type of. Does Cinder speak?
Cinder speaks Celestial and whatever other ones it speaks on the nightmare.
I would just offer
It-
her some like
It
medicinal
says
herbs.
can understand, but can't speak.
Okay. I would say you could speak Celestial, but that would be about it.
Gotcha.
Kilo retrieves his bow. You see him like basically coddling it and like apologizing to it and like wiping it off, and then his arrow goes back in the sheath, and he gingerly puts it back on, and then turns around, continues to follow.
Would you like some of this Cinder Strike? And I like pull out like some medicinal herbs and like put it under the nose.
They'll snuffle it the way horses do, and then just and it kind of blows off off your hand. So they don't eat it. It just
He looks
off.
kind of downtrodden and like takes a couple steps back and then just like walks as silently as possible behind Cinder Strike. The hood up.
Awesome.
So do we know where we're going? Mamani's a big place after all.
Iris, you would know they're not going to Mamani.
Oh, we're not going to Mumani.
You're going to the desert region, whatever that's called. I forgot.
Thuwasha.
Thuwasha.
Oh, looks
Cinder's
like I
right
wasn't
shall
as-
guide us to Thuwasha, young Raceland.
Sort of like fiddlesticks. Wasn't prepared for that. Fortunately, I got some of that stuff in the bag. Well, off to the desert we are. A little bit of experience with the desert. I've read about the rest of you. Any of you been there before?
Yep. It's barren immense and the heat is intense.
Right you are.
I love Elvis, the pigeon, or whatever he is.
Oh, thank you very much.
Rockadoodle-doo for sure.
Rockadoodle.
Or was that a rockadoodle? That
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, I love how you're portraying New Wing.
Yes.
Elvis Birdfolk.
100% Rockadoodle-doo all the way since the first syllable.
100% loving it.
You'll notice as Kilo, when he kind of hears this, reaches up and kind of just like as you guys are walking, he just takes the leathers, these kind of like scrappy looking cloth that he kind of has, a bit of leather here and there, and then you see him don this more like fit and studded looking leather that is more kind of sand colored. So in this environment, he's more beige than green. Yeah, I've been there before. Not good for my fur, but never miss.
Well, it looks like we've all got experience with it.
Iris, you know you are taking them just when you get there to an old temple to be their base.
How close is
Iris
it to
will-
like the super hot area that's like dangerous past the mountain range?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
It's right on the edge.
It's right on the edge. Okay, so it's about kind of where we were hunting the last.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Iris will lead the group to the teleportation circle, and then after reaching the teleportation circle, escort the group to the new temple.
All right. It takes you guys a full week to get there. Roll a D100. Raceland. All right. It is a rather uneventful trip. It gets hot and gross, but you do have a chance to bond with your new temporary companions. But eventually you come to a old temple in a little bit of a crater in the barren land. And this is where your home base will be.
With a lovely, dry, arid, hot, dry place. With no trees to hide behind. Just like I like it for hunting.
I don't think you mentioned how dry it was.
Oh, well, it's certainly a little bit dry, so it is. And I'm hot, too.
It's warm.
Sure is.
Kilo.
So tell me, Iris, do we all go our separate ways to find the big scary, or are we hunting together?
You would know they are allowed to split up. This is the base for this group.
As it has always been tradition, each of you will stand on your own merits. You may hunt individually, but take shelter here together.
That sounds like a plan, so it does.
As you say that, you hear a voice in the background. Stop the hunting! Fur belongs on the people that own it, not on you! Fur belongs to the people, not on you!
You hear the sound of a string going taut as Kilo again begins to knock an arrow.
And you turn around and
Max is doing the exact same thing.
I
Raceland
ready
throws a
vicious
pelt at him
mockery.
from his lunchbox of preservation.
You see this rabbitkin druid-looking person standing there. And
Oh, great. We got some more hippity hops out here. Freaking rabbit hippies.
Oh, bloody hell. What are you doing here, Bunny?
I'm here to save the animals. Yeah.
Is it alone?
There's other minor characters with it that don't get tokens.
Do they have arms?
Are they all
armed? Or are
rabbit
they,
folks?
Do they have hit points?
They have one hit point. They are minion class. They are not armed. They look like a bunch of hippies. There's like people just like in tie-dye walking around dancing.
Kilo's gonna look to Race and go, mind if I try and take care of this, like, in a nice way?
No, we're here to hunt for food, Kavardi, not hunt these people. Why don't you let me handle this?
Yeah.
Kilo drops down, puts some water in a bowl in front of Max, not even remembering he's a person. And then you see him wet his own fur and begin rolling in the sand to coat himself in the same color of the landscape.
Max does not care. Fully on all fours.
Hey.
Just thankful to have water.
Now, friend, I hear you rooting for a cause, but these fine folk over here are just trying to appease the gods, as it were. Now that's a bit above our pay grade, wouldn't you say?
No real god would send you to slay innocent creatures.
Why don't you tell it to that flaming steed over there?
What does Cinderstride say when they are insulted?
They're nonplussed. They're just turn around and find some dried grass.
Now I suggest you stay on that thing's good side and just hop on back to your home. What the hell? Why isn't it showing? I'm trying to cast suggestion, but it didn't show.
Okay.
There we go.
What kind of save is that?
Wisdom save DC 15.
Well, fine. I will leave to as not defend the great fire horse. But we'll be back.
I'm sure you will, friend.
It's intimidating.
Pick up your bottles and stop littering. It's everywhere.
And he hips and he hops and he is gone. That was another option. One of you could have played him.
Could have been a secondary Callan.
Yeah, just play a PETA bunny while
Oh, yeah.
Raislin's like sacrificing birds on an altar.
You're riding whatever the end hunted thing is, and you're like, stop it! Stop! You're like swatting arrows out of the sky.
That would have been me if horse wasn't an option. But horse girl comes first.
Cinder's
I-
walking
Through
around
and
just making glass on the ground everywhere it walks.
Horse girl comes
Pretty much.
first.
Well,
It's
I
like-
was making the list. I sent it to Erin. I'm like, you're going to have last pick, but here's the list. And she's like, somebody's going to take the horse, aren't they?
I just find it funny that last week I was the cat, and now this week Gwen is the horse. It's just funny.
Gwen is like, I'm only going to play a god in your campaign, nothing else.
Okay, it didn't say
Nothing
on
but
the
the
list that
finest.
they were a god. You had me at horse, okay?
Well, I understand.
Yeah, you can't just type horse god and expect not everyone to jump on that.
You're
That
like
was
a
it
sorcerer
was
who
a
identifies as a druid. Oh yeah.
You could have been that
really is Gwen.
centaur earlier.
All right. So
So do we have any leads on where?
I was just
Or
going to say
even-
that is going to happen tonight.
Okay.
So that evening, Iris will gather you all up and have you stand on the edge of this cliff. And you all look out into the night sky. And Cinderstride disappears for a while. It's just gone. And that
Because
night,
flaming horse is not stealthy.
Chases rabbits.
because is God and needed to go do God things for a minute. That night, you all sit up, and at midnight, you all see a large flame appear at one end of the sky and streak across the horizon. And as you do, five beams of gold light fall into the desert.
Whoa.
Person makes a point of like noting where the lights are and tries to like think about it in accordance to like what his map would say.
Iris, I'm going to send you a message.
Kilo starts sniffing the air to see if he can get any scent of whatever may have flown over, if there's any lingering effects of it.
I think I'm trying to figure that out too.
I was going to say, Raceland's standing there watching, and the dog and the bear are sniffing.
I'm mostly just fascinated by shiny lights, and now where do they go? Where are they going?
Can I fly up into the air to like scout where they like see where they went?
Sure, it's all across the whole region. They're not. None of them were close. It's not like they're right over your head. It's
they
literally
went over the horizon.
Yeah, you're just seeing across the night sky. 5 beams of light came down across all of
Okay.
Thelmawasha.
Oh, okay.
All right. I sent you the message, Iris. You can go ahead and relay your guidance to your team.
So it was spoken, and so it is so. This year's theme, as she closes her eyes, is delicious. All creatures selected will taste delicious.
And
How we should know which ones are which?
Any of you can roll a history check to see if that triggers a creature specific in your mind to this region.
I wonder if it's like, I heard there's those crabs that are already cooked in this region.
It's awfully subjective.
A rolling
Delicious.
We just need to re-roll all of our characters.
You guys all have like some of you have decent high stuff. Newwig, yeah, the crab is the first thing that comes to your mind. For the hunters, you guys also know that the creatures that are selected with the golden light will grow to be normally huge or bigger, and they will literally be golden, and that you will only be able to take one under following certain rules. You must take your shot from stealth. The attack must be made with a weapon. Any magic used will disqualify your shot, and actually the creature will resist it completely.
Does that include magic weapons like longbows?
With the exception is like a weapon plus 1.
Okay.
And then you must slay the creature with a single shot. So if you hit it and it's not a fatal blow, then it does nothing. You would also know that the creatures are extremely enhanced, have abilities beyond the normal creature's version of them, and are intelligent.
How long does it take for them to grow to the full size?
Minutes.
So right now they're all proper beefy creatures out there.
Iris, you can declare the hunt on at any time.
Let the great hunt begin.
He pulls his hood up and goes kind of into stealth mode right away, and he starts looking at his map and trying to like think about exactly like where those beams were and trying to think which one might have been the closest from what he can think of from the map from where he saw it falling.
All right, roll a history check. Or make an intelligence check straight. All right. Rayson, you look at your map, and you see there is one beam of light that is very close comparatively to the others. However, that one is smack in the middle of the like dangerous heat zone. And you think, although that one's the closest, that one may actually be one of the most dangerous to get to. It may be worth spending the time to hike to the next closest one, which would probably, based on your map, take you a week to get there.
I've got a whole 4 months, right?
Yeah.
minus 2 weeks at this point, if you count that week.
No, I was saying these. Yeah, I mean, at this point, the 4 months begins. The last couple weeks, like the travel and stuff to get here, was done before the 4 months.
Oh, okay, cool. I would certainly go after one that I think could be within me means. So I would go after the second one, I suppose.
All right. Max, Kilo, New Wing. Are you guys going off by yourselves, or are you following the other guy? Or are you following Rayson?
Newing is definitely following Raceland.
Kilo's gonna look over and just instinctually start walking away from the group in the direction that he thinks he saw one go, and then is gonna just kind of pause and then look back at Max and then walk over and kind of grab the bowl, get the rest of the water out of it, put it in his bag, take 2 steps, look back again, and then just put his head down and start walking forward.
All right.
As far as timing goes, I would probably start early morning.
Okay.
Because we know how dangerous desert land is at night.
All right.
And then I would move till, while looking for like shelter during the high heat, and then make another move until it's getting close to dusk, and then I'd find a safe place to camp. And I would just keep repeating that cycle until I got to where I wanted to be.
Yeah. Kilo, Kello, whatever my name is, I keep changing it, leaves instantly when everything drops and it's announced that it started in the dead of the night at midnight.
All right.
There thee well.
Max, what are you doing?
Max breaks off, but he has taken a bit of an interest in this Raceland fellow. There's not very many people that can just naturally understand Max. Usually he has to have magic in it, so he can talk to people for about 10 minutes at a time. So he makes like he's going off on his own, but he's actually trailing after Raceland.
Awesome.
Am I aware of it? Out of curiosity.
I'm not specifically telling you, but I'm not also that great at stealth, so you might just catch me.
We'll say you don't catch him for the first day or two at least. Raceland, you take off with New Wing, and you notice Cinderstride is following you guys. And
DM, I sent you a Discord message.
Of course you did.
I don't have your number.
Perfect.
So Cinderstrike is following us. Clop, clop, clop.
Irisu is on a different horse. Is also following you guys behind Cinderstride.
Why do I have a menagerie following me?
Well, you're a
Well, I
pretty
know
good
why
hunter.
you're here.
You got a bit of a fan club, seems like.
It does seem like that. I wish something would find me. It sure is hot out here. Now, it is a competition, isn't it, though? I understand the gentleman to my right here is all about the stories. But everyone else, you're all trying to kill the same thing I'm trying to kill, right? But we can only one of us can have glory per creature.
Max and Kilo are, but Iris is not. She is just a supervisor to make sure that the hunt is conducted by the rules.
Oh, and did you say you needed a fan, my friend?
Aye, and I'm aware of that. But if you're chaperoning, why are you specifically chaperoning me and not the other 2 or 3?
I will get to each one in due time.
You must be proper fast then. Looks her up and down. Someday I'd like to have a race with you.
She chuckles and keeps riding her horse.
Bet I could take on that horse of yours.
Raceland, you realize I didn't give her an age, but she's... Well, everybody's older than Raceland, but she is a true adult elf. She is like 150-ish.
Aye, but I've got the boots of speed. Specialize in speed as much as I can. I'm as fast as a horse, I swear it.
I
That I
believe
do.
you, young Raceland.
He kind of
But
flares
put
his
your-
nostrils at that.
Put your...
Not young in me heart, I'll tell you that.
Bit of an old soul, huh?
Aye, plenty old. No one be telling me I'm young. Not they won't. Especially not some whippersnapper who's measly 100 years old. I happen to be 21. I can get a proper drink on and no one can stop me. Later, after the hunt. Then he sort of like blushes. He's like, alright, you're older than me.
Yeah, the
What
whole...
of it? Let's just move on and go hunt the damn beast.
Yeah, the whole time Iris was just like staring at you with like just a look of humor. Almost like a little, almost as if like a little child comes over to like an adult, like a 20-year-old, and is like, "I'm old enough," with it.
Yeah.
Just adorable.
All right, Raceland, roll D100.
The dreaded D100.
Dun, dun, dun.
Very average of me.
So, that evening, I'm going to say it's on like the, let's say the 5th day. And you know you're getting close. And you've decided to bed down for the night. You found kind of a shady spot, another alcove. I'd say you guys are at the north end.
And I put like a brown blanket and some other things kind of over it to hide us, like if we're hidden inside like kind of like a crevice or whatever against the wall. Just to make it look like it's like a rock instead of a person sleeping there.
All right. Yeah, yesterday you guys found Max. Or you discovered Max. Actually, no, nope, not yesterday. Retcon that, never said that. So, you guys are bunked down for the evening, and you hear a voice outside just go, golly, it's hot out here. Whew. Glad I found some shade.
Can I tell that it's Max?
It does not sound like Max.
Do I recognize the voice?
You look out the thing and you see the bunny by himself.
And he doesn't know that we're here?
Correct.
I think I would just leave him out there. Unless anybody else is like reacting to it differently. Recently, like, this guy again.
I'm assuming I'm
Just watching
nearby
your every
here.
move.
Yeah, I would assume you're like over here in this crevice. Definitely not near them, but close enough that you know if they like get up and leave.
Does there appear to be anyone else out there hunting the rabbit?
You don't see anybody. So you leave him out there for the evening?
Well,
He brings out a bedroll and kind of gets set up in the corner there.
if he looks like he's fine, I would probably just leave him.
Okay. At about at about midnight, you hear a scream. And you look out, and the bunny is surrounded.
What's he surrounded by? Scary things?
These big blue dragon things.
Do I know what eats the big blue dragon things?
Do you know what eats them?
Yeah, like do I know what they're scared of?
Bigger dragons.
Fair enough. As stealthily as I possibly can, I conjure right here a 5-foot tall skull thing that's on fire, and then I use prestidigitation on it to make the sound of it like screaming. Like
right here?
Yeah.
All right. This one is terrified and runs your direction because that is the direction away from it. This one backs up. This one ignores it. The bunny also screams.
Yeah.
But he doesn't run away. He just he recognizes it as magic.
Did anybody else? So they aren't running though; they're just backing away and like.
One of them is now running at you, and with that, we're gonna go into initiative here. So Iris, if you want to throw yourself on there.
I would be in stealth. Can I roll a stealth check to see if it sees me?
Yeah, and I'll give you advantage because you're in your tent area.
I also have my cloak with my hood up.
Yeah. Hold on, let me clear this.
Good job, Max.
Yeah, ironically,
I did it.
Kello would be in the southern corner there, watching everything as well, where the other one's like moving towards. So if you want to put him on it too,
go for it.
Perfect.
Yeah, we'll get you.
Dude, I'm trying to. I uploaded Iris's picture, and I'm trying to drag it, but it's not appearing. So I'm not sure why it's not working, but there it is. Oh, that was you. Okay.
Token control. Is the character called Iris in Roll20, or did you make a Roll20 sheet for her?
Yep.
I do not see it on the list. All right. So and you got a 9. And Max got a 14. Raceland got a 15. Iris got a something. It's better than a 4. 16. What did Kello get? 12?
Yeah, 12.
I got a 14 on mine.
Yep, I got you on there.
God. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Am I missing anybody on the list right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Horse.
I mean, am I with? I am a glowing horse, so I wasn't hiding anywhere. So
I mean, the glowing goes down at night while you sleep.
Well, we had that blanket up, so it.
Yeah,
well, I
you were
wasn't
like,
sure if you were in a
be-
cave, but then he said tent, and I was like, a horse does not fit in a tent.
well, I
No,
said tent,
I
but
was
it was
thinking
like
like
a
a
pig.
Big 10.
cove. Okay.
You can roll initiative, yeah. Or you can be just outside of reach and come rowing in heroically.
Yeah, I figure you just kind of stand majestically at like the top of a cliff,
All right, and
kind of watching them.
And let's roll officially for the Drakes. They rolled a 12. All right. So, Bunny's gonna go first. And Bunny is going to cast Spiny Shield on themselves. And yeah, so it gives them +2 to AC, and then anytime they get attacked, they roll 2d4. They reduce the damage by that much and deal it back to the person. And that was supposed to be at first level, not second. So. All right, Cinderstride, you were up.
Okay. I will come galloping down, and yes, it can fly. So just sort of like galloping on the air from this cliff way up there, just diagonally down. Actually, you know what? I'll go near the bunny.
Okay.
I'm not gonna do anything at the moment, but I'm kind of a chaperone, so I'm watching. I'm ready, but not doing anything yet.
All right. Iris, you were up.
Cool, cool. So Iris will go forward and kick things off with everyone's favorite. Let's go with a guiding bolt. at second level.
Okay. On the first one or the middle one?
I'd say she'd go for. Let's go with the. Let me map this out. Just make sure I have the distance.
This one is running towards you guys, just so you know.
Then, yeah, she target the first one that's charging. So,
okay.
Here we go. Normal roll. That's an 18 to hit.
18 hits.
That is 13 radiant and starts glowing. So advantage on the next person who attacks it.
And Dragon is the glowy guy. Alright, bonus action movement.
She'll stay there. Okay. Bonus action, let me just double check. Yeah, she has no bonus actions.
I was gonna say clerics normally really don't, so.
Yeah. So that's Iris.
Alright, Raceland, you are up. There is a glowing giant dragon-looking lizard that is running at you.
What's he looking like as far as like owl?
He is about 25% owl.
25% owl. Okay. And he'll draw his bow with a +1 arrow in stealth and loose an arrow using his sharpshooter skill.
Okay. You have advantage because of the glowy.
So I have triple because of elvish accuracy. So
sweet.
It would be like one of those probably hits.
The 26 hits. All right, for 35 points of damage.
Die, lizard.
It is looking very, very hurt.
All right. Am I still? So I wouldn't have stealth on the second, right? I take it.
Correct. Yeah, and you only get stealth once per round, anyways. So
yeah. And for a bonus action, he's going to huck a throwing dagger that he drew with his free action.
Okay, throw it. Also hits. Roll for damage. All right, so you shoot this thing, and then you throw a dagger, and you smack it on the underside of the chin where there's a soft spot with the dagger. And it roars, and as it slides toward you, it slides and stops moving.
And then he would move just a few steps back to be as far away from the next one as possible. And he would end the turn.
Max, you are up.
Okay. You said this one looked like it wasn't really paying. It didn't care.
It
saw
didn't
through
care
it, maybe.
about the flaming skull, yeah.
Okay. So it's still intent on bunny time.
Yes, it is. Okay. It is looking for lamb chop bunny version.
I'm gonna go ahead and growl a little bit and let my bracer glow and cast jump on myself to start off with. Okay. And then I'm just gonna pop out of stealth from behind here and just take a shot at this one.
Okay. I'll still let you take it at advantage because it is not paying attention to you at all.
Oh no, bunny is not on the menu today. One of those might hit. There we go. 25 to hit.
25 hits.
But it is at maximum hit points, isn't it?
It is, yes.
So it only takes 9. Does not take the Colossus Slayer damage.
Okay. It takes 9 points of damage. And Raceland and Iris and Newing, you see an arrow come from not one of you guys.
And let's see. I can actually make that with 20 feet of movement and then 10 feet of movement turning into 30 foot of jump. I come bolting out and jump on top of this rock. just and full drawn at the one I just shot. Hello. Sorry.
Awesome. Max is here and standing on the rock. Anything else?
No, that's move, action, and bonus.
All right. All right. So it is the Drake's turn. This one is gonna rush forward and try to bite, and after it's gonna tail smack and then bite at the bunny. Both of those are gonna hit.
It's a dead bunny.
Let's see.
Poor
It's a
bunny.
tail smack first, and then so the bunny takes 19 points of damage.
You said it only had one, didn't it?
I said the minions had one.
Oh, this isn't the minion.
This is the leader bunny.
Gotcha.
And he screams in pain as he is being chewed on after being whacked with that extra thick tail. This one is still running in this direction and stops right here when it notices there's something standing there. And it'll use his action to pause and figure out what is happening.
Yeah, so I'd say Kello this entire time would have tried to be stealth, to keep out of the view of everyone as it tracked Max. And let's see. Seeing that with the longbow, its range is limited right now. He would actually use its movement to run towards the wall, and using his armor of weightlessness for studded leather, he would cast Levitate on himself and use his movement to pull himself up on the wall and keep Levitate active for that 20 feet up. He would take a shot at the one closest to him. And yeah, so he's going to take a shot at the one closest to him.
Okay, I'm going to move you right here so I know you're up on the wall.
Perfect.
24 hits.
Awesome. Nice.
For 8 points of damage.
Okay. Action surge, same thing.
Okay. $17 hits. Yep.
All right.
For 6.
Okay.
Do you have multi-attack?
It's action surge.
I know. Do you have multi-attack in general, though?
No. I have
It's level 5.
It's 2 weapon fighting, but with action surge, I can take a secondary action as a fighter.
I didn't remember what level I made you.
Oh, 7.
You should have multi-attack. You should have 2 attacks.
Oh, well then never mind the action surge. So that's a multi-attack. And then
If you do action surge, you'll get a swing 4 times.
Yeah.
Or
You
5
get
if you
2
use the
attacks
bonus
per attack action.
holy hand grenade Batman. Okay. Then yeah, well, action surge and attack 2 more times.
Fighters are broken when it comes to attack. A level
Yeah,
20
unless they-
fighter with action
Oh,
surge can
sorry.
take like
Ignore
14
that.
attacks in a turn if you stack them.
Okay. Roll
Yeah,
again to
done
hit. 21. I roll.
Yeah, if you
I love
look at
playing
your
fighters that do
character
Omni Slash.
where it says actions at the very top of the action section, it says attacks per action 2 on D&D Beyond.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so that was crap. But another 4 damage from that shot, and then I think I'm going to. For this last one, I'm gonna do a arcane shot for enfeebling arrow.
Okay.
So let's see if I hit. Watch me, that one. This. Oh, womp womp.
12 does not hit. It's close, but not quite.
I caught my string on a rock.
I caught my string on a rock.
Yeah,
It's sort of like my dog ate the homework.
100%. Like,
Alright.
yeah, as my free action, I druid craft a sad little violin and play it.
Awesome. So it took 18 total points of damage there. All right. Chicken Man, you're up.
Sweet. I am flying forward up to here. How is that thing looking?
This one is it's taken 9 points of damage, and this one's taken 18.
This one's taking 18.
That one's taken 9.
Oh, okay. Trying to look at the range on these spells. I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery on that one.
Okay.
So that's Wisdom save 15.
These things are not the brightest tools, but it is able to beat it.
Oh, damn.
That
Stupid
one has
lizard.
Blue guard.
That one has been busting all the saves.
What? As a bonus action, I'll race and I'll be like, well, that's all I got. It's up to you, and I'll give you an inspiration.
He smiles. Many thanks for that.
All right. It is Bunny's turn. Buddy. Oh, it attacked Bunny twice. Hold on.
Bunny turns into a 140-foot muscle-bound bunny of death.
With
All
1
right.
HP each.
With 1 HP.
Bunny only took 10 points of damage last time, not 19, because it's Spiny Shield. It dealt 9 points of damage back to it. Okay.
Eco-friendly passive aggressive damage.
I don't know, bunny guy. Now's a great time to not be pacifist.
I wish it said on D&B and all right. It is going to jump backwards as part of its movement without provoking opportunity attack using its rabbit hop feature and jump backwards on this ledge 10 feet. And then it is going to cast Fairy Fire on the one in front of it and be like, I don't know who's shooting at it, but shoot faster. And let's make a dex save, and he fails something. So this is now the glowy guy. And he is glowing with green energy. That does not hit you, Cinder Stride.
Does it do it? Is it Fairy Fire?
Yeah.
So he has advantage.
Everybody has advantage on him now.
Excellent.
But it is Cinder Stride's turn.
Cool. It will just will rear up and paw at the dirt menacingly, just sort of threatening the creature. I will actually move closer to the bunny, which I know gives it an attack of opportunity.
It tries to bite you. I assume that hits.
Yes, that hits.
You take 7 points of bitey damage.
That's fine. That's
Does it
fine.
hurt to bite
Gonna
the fire
Die
hose?
so quick now.
Out of curiosity.
It does not.
Okay.
It's like a ponyta. Its fire only burns when it uses it to attack.
Mm.
And then it will. I mean, does the bunny speak celestial?
No.
Okay, well then it will whisper something in the bunny's ear with its little snort huff, and then cast ethereal stride and transport me and the bunny into the ethereal plane
Oh.
All right.
so that the dragon thing can't get us.
All right, you guys.
Would any of us know that happened, or just see it get bit and then disappear?
You see the horse get bit, Cinderstride get bit, go up, grab the bunny by the ear, basically, and then just poof.
Yeah, I'd say there'd probably be like flame that engulfs both of us before it just sort of like we disappear in a burst of flame.
Banished.
Did that horse just kill that bunny?
Finally.
Yeah, so the rest of you guys are very confused. The horse just fired, roasted the bunny, and then disappeared.
Serves him right for insulting the gods.
I mean, he was just pissing off the god of the hunt.
Imperial realm smells like patchouli for some reason.
Damned horse stole my kill. I mean, what?
I knew it.
Iris, it is your turn.
All right. I'm doing the whole like unmute myself on on the OBS, then unmute myself on the Zoom. So,
Yeah.
All right. She will ride her like she'll go forward 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Right there. And then I mean yeah, she's just gonna throw another casual guiding bolt. And let's do that again. So cast.
You have advantage this time.
Yep. That's a 25 to hit.
That hits.
And 13 more radiant, and it has more advantage to the next person who hits it.
Double glowy.
And then she'll just, that's it. For her turn, since, yeah, no bonus actions. And she's letting everyone else take their shots at it.
Okay, it is looking pretty hurt now. Raceland, you are up. It is double glowy.
Double glowy. So this is the one that just got hit that's like almost dead?
This one in the middle, yeah.
Okay. So I'd run to here and then Missy step onto the ledge. And then take a deep breath, drawing my Lava Stool bow. Full draw, aim carefully, and then I would shoot with sharpshooter.
Okay. You get advantage on your attack. 25, 22, whatever hits. All right, the first arrow just goes straight through it. And it kind of like looks up. It was confused trying to figure out where the bunny went and looks up at you. And you see its eyes glaze over as it just falls over.
As it falls, I wish for a prayer to Fukavarti and then take one final step back. And I am done.
All right. Max, you are up. Max, you're probably the only one who may be able to see Hello up there. Or at least have seen where the arrows were coming from that direction.
Can I see him now that I'm up on that big ledge?
Roll a perception check. You're going against his stealth, so Kello rolls stealth. You just barely make out the form in the darkness of a bear-looking thing.
Barely visible.
Barely visible. Yes, there we go.
I don't know
If
why
you
I
add-
rolled that
No
3
time
times.
is aid. What's that bear
You
doing up
also,
there?
if you look at your feat list, you have Elven accuracy too.
Oh yeah. Oh, I was using it on that one. That was a perception that I meant to roll at regular to see Kello, which I didn't see on any of the 3 rolls, so it doesn't matter.
You're a dog. You're excitable. You're so excitable.
He's just like, ooh, 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 ooh,
I'm-
ooh. I'm ready.
I'm
I'm ready.
still absolutely just dumbfounded at what happened over here. So I'm not even looking for Kello. I just turn back and go, all right, this one. And I'm going to bonus action Hunter's Mark.
Okay. You
And then I'll
Hunter's Mark.
take my shot. Come here, you. I love it. It's super advantage.
22 hits
All right.
for 10.
And another 6 from Hunter's Mark.
Okay. 16. Okay. It is looking pretty rough.
And
Rough. Get it? Rough.
ha ha ha. I'm going to hop down off this thing and run down to it so that it doesn't try to go run away. And I'm not going to my swords. I'm just going to drop the bow. And if it tries to run, I'm going to bite it.
Okay. Well, it is going to turn around because it just got shot and it looks to see what it was, and there's a small creature running at it. So it is going to turn around and tail whack and then bite you. I assume the 22 hits, but does the
Yes.
12?
The 12 does not.
All right. So you take 7 points of bludgeoning damage as this thing's thick tail just comes around and just whacks you across the face.
A little involuntary.
All right. But that is the end of its turn. Kello, you just saw Max get smacked in the face by this dragon lizard dog thing.
Hello pushes off of the rock that it's on and drops the 20 feet, dropping levitation, using its claw attacks, dropping the longbow and everything, and goes for Strike of Giants for Hill Strike with a melee attack on top of this Drake.
Roll it. That hits.
Oh,
That is its
yes.
AC.
All right. And then it's going to go for a second attack.
How much is the giants?
Sorry, that is another. Okay, so I do another 1d6 here. Nice.
Perfect. And you have a second attack?
I do. And I'm going to put another Hill Giant strike in. Sorry, it's once per turn. So this will be straight.
Okay.
Oh.
Nice.
Nat 20.
Roll your damage.
How do you double with?
I think it auto does.
So I do max plus, so just roll a normal damage, and then we're gonna add 6 to it.
Okay. Nice. Okay. Cool.
All right. So, Kello, you jump off this cliff, seeing the little dog just get whacked by this thing, and enraged, you jump down and you pump the dragon's or the giant's might that you learned wandering in the northern lands, being raised by a tribe of hill giants, into your claws and your weight behind it as you smash into this thing. And with both claws, you crack it on the back of the head, and you feel its neck snap, and you know when you stand up and let out a primal roar that you made your kill.
Yeah, I have that moment, and then instantly I'm in it. The everything is there. It's pulsing through me, the adrenaline. And then I look over at Max, and my instant reaction is to stealth or try and stealth again to be like, oh, I'm not supposed to be here.
Perfect. Roll stealth check.
Max sees Kello has the exact same. I'm not supposed to be here. Hang on a second.
Yeah.
So it's classic. Good.
Max, roll a stealth check
Absolutely.
with disadvantage.
This is great.
Yeah, you both try to scamper away, and you both just like clearly you looked at each other. You like looked at each other in the eye, and then ran like opposite directions away from each other. Like Max, you went this way. Kello, you went this way to hide.
I'm like climbing out of the interior of this dragon beast, trying to like literally like glop against sand, but getting stuck. And I've got these massive crusty mitts as I'm trying to move forward on all fours.
It's like when, you know, you have pets and they both come around the corner and didn't expect the other one to be there, and then they like panic and run away, and they like slide because it's hardwood. Yeah, that's what just happened.
Well, that's happening. Rayson like gets up from his kneel, does this pretty layout 180 flip, and right as he lands, he pulls his hand out and uses telekinesis to bring the dagger from the body of that lizard into his hand, sheaths it, and says, "And what are you two doing here?"
Roll an acrobatics check to see how cool your jump is. You fall on your face. You dump and you overflip and you land, but you still catch the dagger, and you stand up and brush yourself off and play it off like that's what you planned.
Blushing very heavily. It's what I meant to do. I swear it's. Sometimes the clumsy ones are the best ones.
Cinderstride, do you come back out of the ethereal plane, or are you just chilling there for a minute?
I think like right as Raceland face plants, like as he gets up trying to be all cool, Cinderstride will just like appear directly in front of him with the bunny, like drop him right there.
All right.
Missing an ear.
Not missing an ear. It's a little singed maybe, but
I ran past Kello, was scrabbling at the walls, realized there was nowhere to go back this way, turn around, and I thought for half a second, I'm gonna bury myself inside this dead corpse, and then Raceland face plants, and I'm like, oh dear. And I just jump over and start running over. Are you okay? Yeah. I'm not supposed to be here. Damn it all.
Yeah, at the exact same moment, I literally am over there. I'm trying to cover myself in sand again, and then I hear him address us. Then I see Max running up, and I look down at my paws that are just massive cement fists now. And I just break them against the rocks a bit, and then I realize that my bow is not on me. And then you hear this, and it's on all fours running back in the direction, like the dragon gets yeeted towards the group, trying to find where I dropped my weapon and like everything and collect arrows. And then I like stand up and then head in the direction of Max when I get the bow.
Max, roll a dex save.
Already ahead of you, Chief.
Perfect. You're able to dodge and get out of the way as this bloody dragon corpse comes flying in your general direction.
I heard bloody dragon corpse flying at me, and I was like, I'm rolling a dex save. I know I am.
Yeah, I literally like rip a blanket in half, and I'm just like trying to polish my bow and get all of this ichor off of it and clean the string. And my world is involved in my weapon now.
I don't even realize the thing has gone over my head. It's while I was barrel rolling to pick up my bow as I had dropped it.
Seeing all that, Rayson remembers his arrows and uses telekinesis to recover them as well.
As he sandboards himself and then.
Yeah.
Right. Well, you guys finish that up. Let's take a quick break and let's come back in about 10 minutes. And then we'll see where we end up next.
10 minutes it is.
Already?
All right. Welcome back, everybody. So, now that you guys have all met up again, is there any other conversations or anything else you're going to do while you're standing here, realizing that you're all together?
Play
So
a song.
is
Go-
just
go
out of curiosity, is Keela's claws
no.
is like covered in ichor and grime right now?
No. By the time that he gets over to you all, his paws are spotless. The bow is like gleaming. He's like, there typically nothing dirty touches his bow. Like, it's not a thing. So now,
okay.
whether or not he has any water for the rest of this trip, that's questionable. But he definitely got his hands cleaned up.
Awesome. Well, next time, if you want to save a bit of water in a dry and hot place like this, you can ask me. And as long as it's not for hunting, magic happens to be quite the hobby of mine. I wouldn't mind cleaning, using some prestidigitation for you in the future. However, I'm still wondering why you're here.
It's quite helpful. Is your face all right? Like, okay.
It seems like you took a bit of a tumble there.
It hurt a little bit. It hurt me to look at.
Yeah.
Well, I was hoping none of you would notice, but it seems like all of you noticed.
I'm
I'll happen
sorry.
to tell you that at least, even in me worst of falls, I fall okay. It didn't hurt too bad.
Well, I guess that's enough deflection. I'm following you. I'm not a good liar.
Why are you following me?
Because I like you. You're interesting. And you speak my language. And 21? I'm older than you.
Well, that's
That's
just
never happened
making
to
me
me.
head explode. And I happen to tell you that I happen to be quite mature for me age. Everybody talking to me about that. But I will agree, speaking Elvish is a mighty keen thing that I don't get to do every day. No, I don't.
Are you at this point are speaking a language I do not understand, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
What are
we're
you
just
guys
speaking
saying?
Elvish.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm still just it's the only language I've got unless I cast a spell for
Yeah.
it.
Vugas is just looking at you guys going back and forth, the bunny.
I have no idea that they're even talking about anything regarding like what's going on. So I'm just kind of walking around. Would I know if anything is edible off of these creatures? Because typically anything I kill, I eat. And I would want to salvage something, make a meal, and then try and completely deflect from the fact that I'm part of the group now. Since I don't know anyone's talking about it, I'm just gonna start going full like, yeah.
Roll a survival check.
I'm gonna do that thing I did last time where I suddenly realized that there are people here that don't speak Elvish. So I'll cast my my speak with animals. So sorry about that.
Kilo, why are you following us? Don't you have a hunt yourself?
And how am I doing at harvesting? Do I know of anything?
Yeah, you know that part of these actually are edible because they're made from a dark ritual, and part of the musculature used in them is bovine. So, you know, the front hind quarters, or sorry, the front like pectoral cavity and stuff is actually edible and tastes like beef.
Yeah, so as Raceland starts talking to me, I was like, shh, I've got to feel where the muscle's at. And then just take the hatchet that I have and start trying to like chop it up a bit. And then I turn around and look at Max. I'm like, what took you so long
time to eat.
I didn't even know you were there.
Again,
You surprised me.
If a bear could blush again, he's kind of like looking off in a different direction. Cuts like a bit of the meat off a bit and kind of like tosses at the hindquarters of it to where it doesn't hit sand, but it's edible.
All right, I'm gonna cook this up. Raceland, questions are stupid. Let's go.
Just kind of starts walking back towards the camp.
Rustin just like shakes his head silently and just follows him. What time of the day is it?
I will do my best to smack the biggest slab of meat on that hippie rabbit's face as I walk by, though.
All right. It's like 2 in the morning.
2 in the morning. We should probably head out in about maybe 3 hours, maybe 4. Maybe get a bit of a rest, move. Is everyone all right with that?
That sounds lovely.
Fine by me.
Vugas is just standing there, just like wiping, like in horror, like as the blood drips on his face. He's just like,
Kayla
Nice,
walks
juicy,
by.
rare steak.
Ugh, it's got hair in it now.
And he like immediately freezes and then turns and like kind of just nod like lumber bows, I want to call it, to where it's not a full one, but it's like if you got a messed up neck, like maybe it's a bow, maybe it's just your head's hurting. And then towards Cinder, kind of checks the horse out a bit and then continues to walk towards the direction that he was seeing the camp was. After doing a pause of like, could I throw this meat on this horse?
you realize when you walk by, Cinder isn't actively putting off any heat, so you realize that probably wouldn't work.
You hear as he kind of like snorts out his nose and continues to walk forward.
Well, here I have an idea. You know, I never used the damn thing, and he'll get his sword out and just cast heat metal on it.
Raceland just like smacks his forehead and uses prestidigitation to create a bonfire.
Well, I didn't know you had wood on you.
Kello's literally gonna look between both of them and,
all right, teamwork. Cut it with that, sear one edge, and we put the other on the bonfire. So one's cooked, and then we cook the other side with the other heat.
With the big spatula.
I don't know what that is.
What is it? Is this a language thing? I don't know what that is either.
That's what they call swords.
Vugas just looks at you, Max, and goes, I'm also lost. I'm gonna sit with you.
Yeah, sit with Max.
Max has gotten his harvesting material. Max is fully harvesting this thing. He's kind of thinking it's a quadruped. He's a quadruped. Maybe he can wear this thing as armor.
Roll survival check.
If there's like a loose piece of meat at this point, Rayson will use telekinesis to like move one of his daggers to stab the meat and then kind of like rotate it over the fire.
Yeah, at this point, Kello's just kind of grabbed, like, if there's any kind of like solid flat rock nearby, even if he has to break it off of the cliff edge, he'll do that just to have a place, wipes it off with his fur, and then lets Newing start kind of chopping things up and go from there. And then he's just taking it piece by piece, so you can absolutely do that.
Max, your paws aren't, you know how to do this. Your paws just won't move the right direction, and it's mildly frustrating, but you do think if you could get enough scale hide off of this thing, you may be able to make some dragon hide or dragon scale armor, but you'd probably need the scales from all 3 of them.
After a while, I get just a little irritated, and I take my short sword and just try to pluck one of the big like tail scales off. Like, Fun super neat for now.
All right, you are able to get a couple scales off that way.
I'll just pocket them and then look over at the bunny and be like, and there's food over this way. Excuse me.
Yugas just walks over. It's like, I need new horse's friend. Good horsey, and tries to pet Cinder Stride.
Cinderstride will let him pet him, but he'll do the thing that horses and dogs do, where the real good spots are on their butt. So he just sort of turns around. So so he has to scratch his butt. Makes it real awkward.
He doesn't even care. He's kind of like zoned out. Like I don't know what's happening.
When that's happening, does like a prank Raceland summons the skull illusion again. Right in front of the bunny.
The bunny jumps over Cinderstride and lands in Iris's arms.
And Raceland cracks up and breaks the illusion immediately as he's laughing so hard.
Iris, you are now holding a bunny.
Iris is now holding a bunny, and she just like stares at the hippity hoppity hippie, and then just places him back on the ground.
You guys are all insane, all of you.
I start playing a song really loud.
Really loud.
What is your song about?
Almost Halo, West Menominee, Warren Mountains, Centralia River.
Awesome.
Iris will look at the hippie
The
bunny and
dad-
be like, "This is a grand hunt for Falcovarti. What did you expect was going to happen?"
I don't know. Like, I would come out here and be like, fur belongs to fur people, and you guys would be like, oh, okay.
Do you see fur on those creatures?
Yeah?
On the dragon? I don't know what those things are called.
Oh, no.
Guard.
Okay. So, what's your objection to those creatures being slain in Falcovarti's name?
Well,
Can Kello
nothing-
stealth up while they're talking?
Yes. Roll your stealth.
Be good, be good, good. Oh.
You are humming the Jaws music as you are walking up. Da-da, da-da.
He
Da-da.
says it wears fur, and it's important. He'll never see this coming. Oh, shit. Literally, just like the rabbit turns around, and I'm like, I have fur. Am I okay? Can I kill? Because I need to eat too.
Yeah, but you're
He's what?
I don't
You better
I
say
don't-
pretty or beautiful.
I don't want to
That
be
would be a good
racist,
word.
but you're a predator. Your ancestors ate people anyways.
That is racist.
From
Now
what
that's-
I read in the history books, we only ate 8 people.
8?
And
And they
what would
probably
you have
had
us
it
eat
coming.
then? What would you have us eat?
Kello
I like-
fully believes that the word "ate" ATE is that they only ate 8 people in
Eight.
the entirety of history.
Yep.
Because he's heard it, he can't read it. He's just heard 8 people.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that logic. I sound intelligent, but I have an intelligence of 10. I'm with you there.
Yeah, 100%.
Which for a dog is pretty good, but
So Kello's
That's true.
entire personality is based around the fact that he is in his prime. He's never eaten one person. that's like has a personality, and his entire people are like gods basically because they've only eaten 8, and his urge to eat this bunny, yeah.
You're like that shark from Finding Nemo, just super proud of not eating
Food
anybody.
or friends, not food.
You are a friend.
No, my friend.
But
You're not food.
okay, fine. I'm gonna go with you to make sure that you guys are doing responsible things. And if you kill something, you're gonna eat it, and you're gonna do things with it, and be respectful.
Do
Sounds
things with
good.
it. What are you talking about?
Like make the clothes or hide armor or something out of the bones.
My friend,
Well,
I've
I'll be
never made a
using every
responsible
piece of
decision in
it,
my
I can
life, and I
guarantee
don't
it.
plan to start.
He just looks at Iris. Are they gonna eat me?
No. At least not at this moment.
Okay.
Killa literally walks by and goes, "Hold this, come to the fire." It's just a sack of bloody meat that he's already cut up. Come on, let's go.
Oh, okay.
I want to show you what we do with our kills.
Do you want a pan to cook it in?
What's a pan?
Doesn't need it, he says.
Mocking me. Yeah.
What's a pan?
I have the
That
actor
guy.
feet.
Perfect. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, what he said. And I just go over and put it on the hot stone and literally just start searing these steaks on the hot stone that I put near the fire.
Okay.
Yes.
There's
Uh,
sand in all of it. It's not
That's
good.
great.
It's not good. Like
if you guys just kind of gets sat next to you, and he's just like watching, and I assume you just keep handing him pieces of meat. Like, here, taste this. Is it done?
yeah, every other is fed to Max and myself, and some is tossed to Raceland. I look to Cinder to see if Cinder wants any. Iris, I definitely like hand it to Raceland and then like gesture in the direction of Iris, like, I don't want to talk to her, but you've got a friend. You're 21 now. She'll listen to you.
We're not supposed to be here. You do that.
You wanted me to do what now?
What?
You're
Yes,
handing
God.
pieces of meat to Iris.
See if she wants anything. We're not here, you know.
You have two people completely
Rayson
disillusional
uses
that
one
are
of the
animals in your
rotary
group.
telekinesis cooked meats and sends it over to Iris.
Iris
Would you
is
like a little
confused
food?
and takes the meat and then notices like all the sand and dust and all the other stuff on it and just starts like she'll politely take a bite of it
It
and then
cleans your
probably
teeth.
cast create water to clean it.
All right, and you guys enjoy your evening, morning, middle of the night meal. Max, do you convince one of the other people to help you try to harvest more scales?
I think while Kello's cooking and every once in a while when he's throwing me a piece of meat when it's all done, just be like, can you help me get the scales off of these things? I think I want to make some armor.
Yeah, I have a knack for that too, if you'd like some help.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Fantastic.
Can we get our
Alright.
bard over here? Maybe he'd play us a song while we
I am
work together.
unfortunately almost no thumbs.
But I happen to have very dexterous thumbs.
Oh, it wasn't a joke.
Kello and Raceland roll survival checks. New wig, you'll reset here in a minute, so if you want to use your inspirations, if you have any left. All right, with the 17 and a 29, Raceland, you've collected from creatures like this before? in your travels, so you very quickly break down 2 of them. Kello, you spend your time and you are also able to gather all the scales and stuff from the other one.
That's like I've done it before.
Mine was tougher because it was the first to die. Muscles get lax, so that's why.
Raceland, you're also able to take one of the horns.
Cool. What's it useful for? It's like making like a dagger out of it, or like a.
Yeah, you
something-
figure if you gave it to Ollie, he could make you something cool with it.
Cool. What type of creature is this specifically?
These are blue guard drakes. They're technically dragons that are made from a bizarre ritual by wizards.
Alright, cool. Thank you. Would you also at some point send me a picture of it in message so I can put it in the hunt manual?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'll drop it in chat. Okay. So, you guys all enjoy your time together, and the next day you head out. You guys travel. You get to where you were going. It does take you about a week, but it takes you another 4 days before you pick up a sign of the creature.
What do we see? What type of sign?
You see large. Well, roll a survival check. We'll just see how well you see them. You see tracks, and the only word you can think of to describe it is scuttle marks.
Scuttle marks. Okay. How big is it? Probably pretty big, right?
It actually, the reason it takes you so long to find them is you could walk through them as a road.
Oh, okay.
Like they're a path big enough you could walk through the middle of them.
Is there any high ground areas available that I can like utilize as I'm moving and following the tracks? Since obviously I don't need to be close to the ground to follow tracks that are the size of.
I mean, not really. You're in the desert. I mean, it's very much ridges and valleys. It's kind of duny out where you are.
It's Dooney out around. Okay. I knew we were kind of close to the edge, so I wasn't sure if
Yeah,
if
it's starting to become more duny and less like arid plateau.
Okay. Well, I would definitely put my hood up and let everyone know that there are tracks and that we should be proceeding a lot more cautiously at this point in total stealth.
All right.
I would probably want to go pretty far ahead of the group to a certain point to like get a vantage spot if I had the ability to do so.
All right. You scout ahead, and the rest of the group plugs along behind you. Eventually, you follow the tracks, and they end up in this valley. And
That's just to see how many armor abilities I get back this day.
you come in from the bottom, and you don't see anything, but the tracks kind of seem to end here.
So this is kind of high ground to low ground?
Yeah, it seems to be like in a little bit of a bowl.
Okay. So
Yeah,
I
so
would,
you do have some high ground on the edges, but
yeah, I would probably come up on the edges and I would throw, what do I have to throw?
The rabbit.
Not the rabbit.
Oh no! Just over the edge.
Yee.
I would just throw like a handful of ball bearings down there to see if like maybe it might be underground. See if like disrupting the earth at all causes a reaction. So I'd throw them kind of like scattered.
Roll a perception check. Yeah, you throw the ball bearings and you don't notice anything changing.
I'm gonna use one of my inspirations for that.
Okay. You do notice the ground seems to shift just slightly.
Okay.
But about that same time, the others start wandering in down here through the bottom of the valley. I assume Max has his nose like in the sand, just following the scent.
Oh yeah, just trying to track this thing down.
Yeah, Kello's gonna use his druidcraft too to sense what the weather in this area is gonna be like over the next 24 hours.
Hot and dry.
Noted.
Actually, it should be hot and dry. But it does say that it is going to rain at some point in the next 12 hours.
So you all would see this massive bear paw come up, and then you literally see what looks like a moon that goes by, which is the night ending, and then the sun starts to go by, and as it's about a quarter of the way, three-quarters of the way across the sky, rain clouds appear, and then I just like pause for a moment, look at it, and shake my paw like, no, it's not right, and then look around at everyone else. It's going to rain soon.
In the desert.
I guess what the paw says.
Oh, has to happen sometime.
And my paw
Right.
taught me. It's never wrong.
Well, it's always good to listen to your paw.
Yeah.
And then I'm DM. I'm stealthing not so much to hide as just to have like light steps, so I'm not disturbing a lot.
Okay. Where are you guys' tokens?
Let's see. I perched over here for Max.
Okay.
And I'm just since I have the ring of jumping, I'm just keeping jump on me at this point. Since I know we're like deep in the hunt.
Deep
I'm
on the
still
hump.
such a noob. I don't know how to put my thingy out.
Yeah, that's what she said.
If she did, then that's a different story.
I would take a mess kit and tie to the handle of the mess kit like a rope. I'm gonna
Okay.
throw the mess kit down into that area that I saw the movement, and I'm gonna slowly drag it so it sort of seems like there's like a living thing moving around on the surface.
Okay. Roll a performance check with advantage. Awesome.
All right.
You just chuck it out there and just yeet it back at full speed.
Well, that wasn't very effective.
Kello, I'm gonna just put you on there.
You can probably put me over by Max.
Okay. You should be able to move him now. If you click on the right one.
Yay, I'm a person.
All right.
I'm also going to go ahead and put up the speak with animals because it's not concentration. And if Raceland's fishing for something, so if Raceland finds something, I might need to, talk to people.
Yeah. Kello and Max, are you guys doing anything?
I would probably look down at Max and go, "All right, listen, it's a contest, right? Now, if we see it coming up, shoot it. I know he's kind of a nice guy, but we're all out for ourselves, right? So, I got you if you've got me."
But if we've got ourselves and then we've got each other, then wait, my head hurts.
It's a good boy. Just pat him on the head.
I'm trying to spark a little fire, and then I was gonna throw it down there, and I'm just going to see if if the flame starts drawing anything to it.
As he does that, Raceland draws his bow, readies it, and clicks his boots of speed heels, just to be safe.
Kello's trying to kind of stealthily pull his bow to the side, and he runs his finger along the name on its haft, and he just pulls an arrow again and just knocks it to the side. But he's looking around like, I'm here for everyone.
What is New Wing doing?
They all have their bows out and they're just drawing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going. Wah, wah, wah.
Hey, you said you'd be quiet when we're hunting.
I'm doing it quietly.
Raceland, make a perception check.
Max doesn't actually have his bow out yet. He's currently air quotes unarmed.
You notice as the music plays, the ground is shaking more. You actually think New Wing's music could make whatever is there come back up.
Can Raceland make eye contact with Newing when he notice?
Sure.
And then I give a thumbs up, making louder, louder.
Wah, wah, wah. Oh, well, well.
And
Golden
something
crab.
comes crawling out of the sand.
Ooh.
And as he comes
Fucking
out,
huge.
he Raceland immediately tries to, with great focus, loose an arrow right at its eye.
All right. I'm going to have all hunters who were ready to take their shot, because this is your stealth round.
I was going to jump on its back and bite it.
That also works.
Yeah.
All right, Max and Raceland roll damage.
If I miss, Kello is going to use Seeking Arrow to seek out Raceland's arrow to try and hit it instead of the enemy.
Ooh.
Okay. You do that, and it knocks Raceland's arrow out of the sky. Raceland, you look like your arrow was flying true, and then all of a sudden it's not.
What was his accuracy? Out of curiosity.
Seeking Shot is a
he
magic
does seeking
feature.
shot.
Yeah.
You're using magic, then you're disqualified. Okay.
I didn't hit the creature.
He didn't hit the
Yeah,
creature.
no, that's true. Okay, never mind. Grayson just looks at you with irritation.
For the first time, you see the feral
And then he
side
keeps
of
the hood up
Kello,
and tries to hide, by the way.
and you
after
see
that.
the toothy grin staring back at you.
Max, you bite and it takes a good chunk, and you feel it actually pierce the shell. But then you feel a hook as the claw wraps around your collar, and I need you to make a dex save as you are tossed 100 feet.
Oh no, this crab is too big. Deck save?
Yep.
Oof.
Can I cast Silvery Barbs on that?
You can.
Then he takes the higher roll, right?
Yep.
Sweet.
Oh. You lit silver barbs like inverted. Okay.
Oh, is it not normally? This is my first time
It's-
playing a bard in a while.
It just lets you
attacks.
re-roll.
No,
So-
no. It
no.
specifically says lowest
Yeah.
roll.
Oh,
You use it on somebody who succeeds and you make them re-roll and they have to take the worst roll.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
snap.
like the
Okay,
it's
never mind.
DM Bane.
Yeah, and then you get to bounce an advantage onto somebody else as a kicker.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
It's like I'll make it even worse. It's already bad.
All right. Max, you take 19 points of damage as you are flung and you slam into the ground hard.
Ooh.
Oof.
The
Ooh.
crab looks at all of you, and I need everybody to make a. Oh wow! Boeing just voted to go on strike. By the way.
Oh.
Oy.
Boeing
You said
has gone on
100
strike
feet?
so many times.
Yeah, you're off the map.
Oh, good.
Did
Goodbye,
I stealth in
everybody!
time, or did that, or is it not?
No, it's on its turn.
Okay.
Hooray!
Okay.
So everybody who's over there except for Iris and Max, I need you to make a. What is the save? Wisdom save. DC is 21.
Yes. Oh, Raceland scraping in. Oh,
This is
+6.
perfect.
21's not possible for me.
No, it's perfect. Newwig and Cinderstride, you start dancing irresistibly.
Mm-hmm.
But you're dancing like a crab. So you're doing the crab, the scuttle. And Cinderace, you were, or Cinderstride, you were just like, you're just like that one horse in the Olympics doing the crip walking. Kello and Raceland, you both resist. And I will say you can each roll a stealth check to see if you're able to hide to get another shot off.
Oh God, it was almost a 20.
Kello, you're pretty sure you're hidden in your own shadow.
Yeah.
Raceland, you are actually hidden. So each of you can take a shot. Raceland, yours is at advantage.
Oh, the justice. I'm gonna do another my last curving shot that I have, or seeking arrow that I have to take his arrow out.
Really?
All right.
Oh man.
Raceland, you're pretty sure again that your shot was true, and again, Kello's arrow was so you can't even tell there was magic on this one. He just shot and it went sideways.
God,
You
believe
just
I
think
fucking offered to participate that guy's fucking hands.
I literally like look at my bow like I plead you today.
I break that bastard's bow.
Gwendolyn, no.
And now I need you both to make a another save.
That wisdom again.
This time it is. Is there no save against this?
It's never the good start of a sentence.
Is there no save against the sleep spell?
It's
Oh, no, it's not.
based on
saving.
HP.
Yeah,
Oh.
just if you don't have that much HP, you go night night.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
you
it's,
just have
Unless
to
you have someone
roll.
says you don't.
Well,
max
it
total
cast,
between a group.
It
Was
cast
it
it as 9th
16?
level,
Oh,
aimed at you two because you're the only ones that are in range right there.
Awesome. I am immune. So I say, haha.
well, then if you're immune, then literally all of that goes.
39 points of sleep.
Would not hit me either.
Wow. All right, the crab is getting mad. You guys can each get one more shot off, you think, before it's going to do something crazy. Max, at this point, if you want, you can crawl back and take a shot as well.
I think I spent the first round running back, and so now I'm just like trying to find a place to hide because I gotta take it from stealth anyway.
Yep, you guys got to take it from stealth. So Kello, Braceland, Max, roll your stealth. All right, and take your shots. Max, you did not beat its perception. But Max, take a shot anyways.
Alrighty.
And Kello, you also get a shot at advantage.
Oh, were you talking to me? Sorry. Had a
Yep.
stroke. So I first shot was a 23 to hit, and then the second is a 19.
Okay. Raceland, your arrow finally hits and connects. You see it hit and enter. You deal 36 points of damage to this golden crab. And you think for a moment that, yes, I got it. But then it surges with golden energy, and you see your arrow come out and just dissolve away. And the crab disappears as it jumps. And you can look up with a perception check. But you
I
don't
think I will use my second.
Okay.
Ooh, nice.
Or maybe I won't. Max and Susan.
Raceland, you lose it in the sun. The shimmer off the gold body, just you lose it in the sun. Max, you see it jump up, and your dog eyes translate better, and you are able to tell this thing just jumped probably a mile away.
I think Max just like drops his bow, like dumbfounded. It's I can't shoot that.
Ah, it's one of them jumping crabs. Of course.
Was there a thing?
Evidently, yes.
Well, that was fun. I believe if you can't do it in one hit, you can't do it.
That was
But it was an interesting experience.
an impressive hit.
Do you guys give chase to try again?
I think we should.
Are we even allowed to? I thought that if I didn't kill in a single shot, I was disqualified.
No, you're not disqualified. If you just can't get the win if you don't do it in one shot. You notice that it hit, and that glow, I will say with your knowledge of magic, you think it fully healed itself, which is why you have to do it in one shot. Is what you think.
Okay.
Is it has an auto heal feature that it'll heal itself back to full health if you don't take it out in a single shot.
The moment it leaps in the air and like I can tell it's gone, I unclick my heal. I don't know if that was like a minute or what, but
Yeah, I'll say it was a minute. Yeah.
okay.
Kayla's over in the corner. You did your best. Take your rest. Puts the bow back over your shoulder.
Ah, fuck you, you fucking bear.
I wasn't talking to you.
But I was talking to you.
You missed twice. Saw that.
Yeah. Spits on your foot.
Pat Max as I walk by. Yes, you good boy. You all right?
Ow.
Got-
I'm just gonna go fix this.
You got
Ow.
chucked a ways.
Yeah, one of these
Iris.
doesn't work, and just flops one of his legs. Just yeah, this one doesn't work. I have to go fix that. Excuse me.
Iris, you can come fix Max if you want. That is not against the rules.
Rayson tosses him a health potion.
I do have cure wounds. I'd say I'm about to cast it.
If not,
But
I have
if you
healing
want to
word.
still give me the health potion, I'll still take it.
You guys also
Yeah,
have a
he
cleric
throws you
and
a
a
health
druid
potion.
with you.
Iris would see Kello's about to try and reset a dog shoulder.
Vugas comes up. Wait. I'll fix him. And the bunny comes over and casts Cure Wounds on you at second level for 9 healing.
Rayson uses telekinesis to take back his potion.
Yeah, just
Well, did anyone catch a sight of where it went?
headed off that way about a mile. Give
Well,
or
you
take.
best be given chase then.
Well, you can keep up, can't you?
Keep
All
up
right.
with you, of course.
You guys
Well,
chase
that-
after it, and it takes you 3 days before you track it down again. It seems to constantly be ahead of you, no matter how fast you move.
Interesting.
But eventually you come to a spot where you think it is resting in the sand, just like today. And we're not even changing maps.
Okay. Well, my dear friend, Nguyen Sumstruck, if you do the honors of baiting it out again.
All right. Yeah.
I dip some poison into my arrow.
There's rules that we are allowed to split apart, but are there any rules that say we can't just work together?
One shot. Right, Irish? One shot.
Correct. One shot. Only one person can claim the kill.
Check your messages.
Or
I normally do best in an ensemble, personally.
yes, one shot each.
Oh.
One
I'll
shot
wait.
each.
And it can be as a group.
Well,
However,
I think
will
all of
say
y'all
that
would do great as a team, and I'll give everybody an inspiration.
I
Oh,
will mention
I
though
don't
that
want it.
everyone seeks out personal glory in this. It has
Real
never
magic.
been done before.
Hello also just if there's a way to decline the inspiration of the song, he literally plugs his ears and is like rah 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 rah. Like
Yeah,
just
you
trying
don't have
to
to
not.
roll it.
Yeah.
I guess even if we have inspiration on us, if we're not using the inspiration, the magic's not really being.
I'm just imagining a bear with claws going to plug its ears and just
Oh God,
Just puncturing them.
eardrums. Yeah.
Think about that. What? What?
Bleeding
Sorry.
out of his ears. What did you
What
say?
did you say?
I can't hear your song if I can't hear anything.
You said keep shooting at the civilians.
Kill them all.
All right. You guys. Oops. Wrong layer. You guys. Wing, Dingling, whatever his name. New Wing brings. Plays the song again, and the crab comes back. Raceland is gone. You guys look, and you don't know where he went.
While
You're
while
missing
all
the
the
fight, Raistlin.
while the inspiration's going on and Kello's covering his ears before Raceland runs off, Max hauls over to him and speaks to him in Elvish without the magic this time to help him talk. There is absolutely no way I'm killing that thing. Take the shot after me. I'll set you up.
Riesling nods at him and then vanishes.
Hello's in the corner, like just wipes his nose a bit, wipes his hands off, cleans them again, checks his bow, checks the arrows, make sure everything's like lined up and ready to go.
All right. Kello and Max, roll your stealth. You have advantage because you have time to get prepared.
Oh, it's meant to be.
It's also meant to be. Oh man.
Kello, you decide that you're going to cover yourself in. You bring out a ghillie suit for the woods, so it's bright green. And you're convinced that he can't see you this time because you know crabs don't see color.
I put it in staring at the sun directly and not knowing what color it is. This should work. I rustle like a crab when it moves now.
And Max just scoots 5 feet away from Kello.
All right. Go ahead and take your shots. Kello and Max, you are straight shots. Raceland, you get advantage.
I'll do enfeebling arrow with mine too. No, actually I won't because it's magic. Okay. JK rolling.
And I'm since Kello actually held up so bad on the stealth, I'm specifically waiting for Kello to shoot and then I'm following his shot so that I can Colossus layer it.
All right. Kello, your shot goes and you see the crab catch your arrow and snap it. Max, you fire and yours just gets through and dings off of its carapace. Raceland, you line up your shot and you go to take your shot. And I think you feel an extra presence nearby.
I would say that not with my shitty rolls that I just did. I would have thought that Max's arrow was Raceland's and used curving arrow again and then like hit Max's, thinking I'm messing up Raceland.
Awesome.
So I feel a presence.
Yeah. And you
Like-
notice there is a flaming horse standing next to you that you didn't know was there a second ago.
Like
Stealthier
not
than you.
Cinder Stride or Super
It is
Cinder?
Cinder Stride, but you, so
Okay.
you in your head, Cinder Stride was over by New Wing, and now Cinder Stride is literally standing next to you.
Use
Okay.
that ethereal plane again.
Mecha stride.
Poof.
Oh god, did she take me away before I could shoot?
No. That's how I got next to you. I was
Oh,
over
okay.
there.
was like,
I was
"Stop
over
making
there,
me."
and then I disappeared, and then I showed up next to you. Boom.
I see.
Horse.
Excellent. Cool. So you appear next to me, and I can feel the flames wisping around your body, and I feel the presence of Huakavardi as I take a deep breath and loose my magic arrow.
Yes, you get to re-roll your advantage again.
With stealth or attack?
Your attack shot.
My attack shot with advantage.
Yep. That's just the damage.
Oh, the attack itself. Oh,
Yeah.
did 24 not get through? Gotcha. Or am I just attacking a second time?
Okay, and roll new damage. Okay.
That was a big one. Jesus. The hell?
You fire, and your arrow hits, and you know you did good damage. And again, it glows and reacts, and looks like it's going to angrily blow bubbles at you, but it doesn't do anything this turn. Raceland, with your 30, I'm going to say you automatically get the stealth again, so you don't have to roll again. But Kello and Max roll again for your stealth. Kello, you're still convinced you're hiding well. Max, you are able to get a good spot and get a spot behind.
I'm literally laying like on my side, going gilly, soup.
Kello, take your shot, and then Max, take your shot with advantage, and then Raceland, you're going to take another shot here in a second after them.
This man with his own theme music, and I'm loving it.
All right. Max, roll your shot with advantage.
Sweet Lord. I got an 18 with 3 rolls.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
7, 11. And Raceland, roll yours with your advantage.
Is Bardic a disqualification? I don't know if that actually counts as
It is
magic.
not.
I think I'm
Okay.
going to use my final inspiration on that attack then.
Okay.
I'm going to put an extra 4 on mine, so for a 22.
I would have no idea that's the case, and I would not use mine at all.
Kello, roll your damage.
So it's a nat 20, so it's double it. Oh, sorry, you do nat 20 is different, right? So you just max it.
I just do the max, yeah. So it's we'll still give you 18. That's close enough. 18 damage. And then Max, yours will hit with the 22.
Alrighty, if it'll roll the damage. I'm just going to roll with this. There we go.
Okay, and Raceland, roll your damage. All right. So, Kello, you are not stealth. You think you're stealth, but you're not actually stealth. You take your shot, Crab reaches up and snaps your arrow again. However, when it does, it cuts it at such an angle that it doesn't slow down its trajectory, and the head of the arrow still goes and hits it in the mouth and gets through.
Hello instantly like roars in the air. You got it!
Max, you follow up with an arrow, and using the song as inspiration, you fire and you get through the claws well and hit the same spot.
I could do what a day.
Robin Hood.
Smack.
And then Raceland, you line up, you see these two arrows hit, and you know you have less than a half a second before this thing is going to heal, and you fire. And you watch the arrow miss through the pincers as the thing has slowed down just enough from being hit twice, and you Robin Hood split Max's arrow into the center of this thing. With your 3 combined hits, you see the crab rear itself up and click aggressively, and then roll on its back in the dead crab position.
I point at Iris. See, got him. One shot. I did it.
Raceland kneels and like does a prayer for Fuokavarti, and then cheers afterwards.
Iris, you will know that that is legal because the person who dealt the final blow was stealthing.
Iris starts clapping. Well done, well done. Never before have I seen people actually cooperate with each other to fell such a beast in a legal manner.
Raceland scratches Max behind the ear and then glares at Kilo.
Teamwork makes the dream work, fellas. That was awesome.
Something that large. You have to work together, or you're going to break something. I should know.
Time for some harvesting and then some drinking.
Nicely done. Good shot.
You guys go up to harvest, and the meat is delicious. These things don't have to be cooked to be eaten, and there is enough food there to feed a whole village.
Does the shell seem like something that would be useful for armor, or the claws for
Absolutely.
weapons?
Absolutely.
metal?
Oh, yeah.
He thinks
It
about
is it's still a shell. However, it is made out of divine gold. So you know that there is enough there for all 3 of you to take enough back to make a full set of armor plus 1 extra piece of something. Whether that be a weapon, a shield, something else.
Raisin smiles at and thinks to himself, I bet this will be wonderful for Saltec. Someone needs to have good armor and fighting up front.
Who's Saltec?
Oh, a friend of mine.
You guys turn and Kello's standing next to Center Stride. Listen, all right. I wanted to be good with you all. I've tried my whole life. Not trying to be rude or anything, but just teamwork. Dog gets it, I guess. He's like a human, but not. We look different at. He nods his head at the Center Stride, turns. Hey, we did it! And just walks towards the crab.
Is that character growth from Kello having a religious moment with the god? Or his version of it?
I mean, as close as he's gonna ever get.
Awesome. All right. Well, you guys enjoy yourselves, party, harvest, and then head back.
Kello's definitely doing the he's just gonna be the grill guy because he's got some, splaining to do. He's just gonna make sure everyone's taken care of. Hey, you want to ride, Max? I got you on the way back. Wish my buddy. Raceland, you're looking like your hood's a little low. Got you there. And you see him always glancing over at Center Stride as they're walking forward.
Max eventually does take the ride.
You're just nuzzled, like he put you. You're like a Portland cat. Like you're just on the neck. You just literally straddle the neck and just ride his shoulders most of the way.
Oh, I could get used to this.
When you guys get back to the base, you gather any final belongings. Iris takes you guys back, and you guys are back and end up back in Centralia where you guys met at the temple.
New Wing, sing that song one last time you sang us on the road. It's my favorite.
You know, after seeing the hunt, I think I may have been inspired to write a new one.
Let's hear it.
Raceland Max and Kilo running through the desert, shooting crabs and fucking around and having such a good time. Lolly golly, what a day!
Awesome.
All I hear is cockadoo sunny day in my head. That's fantastic.
It's positively beautiful.
Oh,
as
yeah.
always.
Oh,
Absolutely, positively outstanding performance.
yeah, it was a good one. I'll remember it in my heart till I forget it.
That's how it is.
Raceland. After you guys say goodbye to everybody, you head back. Raceland, you head back to Orc House with your loot. Everybody else, you guys head your separate ways. I assume now Kello and Max are going on a buddy comedy adventure.
I definitely look over and like, I mean, you said you could get used to it. I've got another. My burrow is it's not a lot, but it's got an area for you. I got a second bowl. It's already got your tongue smell on it, so
I was going to give you my share of all that money and then steal off for the night, but since you've made such a wonderful offer, I think I'll just stay instead. That's much better. I could use a friend.
well, let's look what it's. It's got me all messed up on the inside. Let's look what a dragon god Drake armor looks like on a little Max. Let's go home.
Oh, and let's get you covered in gold.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm just imagining you guys like trying to put the crab and the dragon scales together to make like this gold blue dragon crab armor.
Yes. It's
I think,
it's blue and gold.
We're gonna call this crab dazzling.
That is crabtacular. Did I do it right?
Awesome. Yeah, good enough. It's bad. We should let them finish.
Yeah, it's been bad. Let's get out of here.
Raceland, after you head back and get settled a couple days later, there is a knock on the door and the courier drops off a letter. And
it opens.
And it says, Raceland Orc House, final grade report for senior solo quest. Main quest. Participate in the hunt for Fall Kavardi's Grand Hunt. Passed. Side quest. Actually succeed in hunt. Passed. Bonus quest. Learn to make friends along the way. Passed. Bonus quest. Didn't kill Kello. Passed.
Didn't kill Kello.
You're welcome.
Overall, quest passed. Graduation improved. Yes. Sincerely, grading instructor Iris.
And he's got a big smile from ear to ear. Super happy. Now it's time for a drink.
And with that, you
Right after
have
a postcard arrives. Max and I are doing well.
We found this
All
thing
our
called
luck.
cocaine.
Also, he gave me cocaine and I gave him a ball. I've lost 45 pounds and doing well. This just continues on.
and Cocaine Bear next episode. But congratulations, Racelet has passed his senior solo quest.
Hell yeah, man.
Awesome.
Fucking awesome, man.
Thanks for the fun session, guys.
Congratulations, Raceland.
I'm glad I
Sorry to
could
make
be
you
here
work
for it.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Now, if only Ali can pass his quest.
I'm the last
Yeah.
one, and we'll see if I die or not. So,
Well, I mean,
Definitely.
he's going to lose his power for 79 days, so.
I
yeah.
believe in you.
That's going to be interesting. As soon as we're no longer being handheld by the guild, you go off into the wide world with no powers.
Well,
I
this was
mean,
early.
technically, this is early in the thing, so it should be the last day before exams, because otherwise he's taking his finals without powers either.
Yeah, that would be bad. So,
Yeah, that could have been real bad. You could have rolled 100 and that would have rolled through final exams.
Wow.
So, but yes, congratulations. You did it. We will finish up all these sometime over the weekend. And then next week, you guys are going to graduate from the academy and see what new adventures await you out in the world.
Hell yeah.
Or what I
Can't
have
wait.
planned for you. We'll see.
awesome. Thanks, DM.
Thanks for letting me join again.
Yeah.
Awesome job, DM.
Thank you for letting me tag along for this one.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
great having you guys.
Yeah, it was fun. Thanks for joining me.
Appreciate it. I just tried to help, not hurt.
Eh.
Ella's
I
like,
got there.
nah, I was hurting.
I invest in characters so hard. You get, like I just backstory them beyond the world. So
I fucking
anyways.
love it. I love Kello.
And honestly, Raceland needed a kill that he worked hard for. And dude, you busted ass to kill that thing. Like seriously. And even the roll gods knew that I was just gonna roll nat ones towards the end and get no higher than a 10 on anything.
Yup.
Well, I'm like, okay, he did it, hit it. Cinder Stride, go let him re-roll. He rolls 3 times, and I'm sitting there like, if he just crits, it's over. He wins. He rolled 15 dice and didn't hit a crit.
Yeah.
And the only one who finally did hit a crit was the
Was
guy
me.
not stealthing.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I'm like, yes, you can work together. Nobody's ever done it before, but you can work together.
Yeah, Hello 100% thought he killed it. Like that was just, and all you hear is the ghillie suit like shaking with like victory in the corner, just
Yup.
making way too much noise.
I expect no other cannon in my head. Kello is a one bear army. I apologize.
What are the sand snipers in Star Wars where they always get up and they're like whenever they hit anything, whether they do good or not? That's just Killa.
Oh, yeah, the sand people. Oh God. I always want to say the Jawas, but that's the little fellas, the steel tech.
Yeah. I
Oh,
don't know. Anyways, all right. Thanks, guys.
Yep.
thank you.
All right. Yep. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
Right.